Something strange happens every time a major story breaks. Before you've even had time to think about it, someone has already explained it to you. Actually, not someone, thousands of people. Influencers, maybe, commentators, podcasters, news outlets, TikTok creators, YouTubers, experts, non experts. Everyone immediately tells you what happened, what it means, how it's your fault or not your fault, or how you're supposed to think about it. Sometimes within minutes. And I think that's changing us in a way that most people haven't even noticed yet. Because the biggest shift isn't that we're getting more information, it's that we're getting opinions before we ever even have the chance of our own. And that raises a strange question. Do we still have opinions? Or are we mostly choosing opinions from what has already been prepared for us? 20 years ago, if something happened, there was usually a gap, a waiting period. People talked to friends, maybe coworkers, family members. Maybe they read a newspaper. Maybe they watched the evening news. Maybe they sat with uncertainty for a little while. The important part wasn't that people were smarter. No. The important part was that they had time. Time to process, time to think, time to arrive somewhere. Now the process looks completely different. The moment something happens, the interpretation arrives with it. Sometimes before the facts do. And the strangest example of this isn't politics. It's movies. Think about what happens when a new movie comes out. Years ago, people watched it and then decided whether they liked it. Now, many people know what they're supposed to think before they've even seen it. They've already watched reviews, reaction videos, commentary, outrage clips, maybe praise clips, hot takes, debates. The internet has spent days telling them what the movie means before they've even bought a ticket. By the time they finally watch it, if they do, an opinion has already been waiting for them. Sometimes they don't even realize it, and movies are just the beginning. The same thing happens with products, celebrities, technology, news stories, public figures, companies, books, television shows, almost everything. But I don't think this happened because people suddenly became lazy. I think something much bigger happened. 100 years ago, information was scarce. Today, information is infinite. Every single day, we encounter more information than previous generations could have imagined. Nobody can process all of it. Nobody has enough time. Nobody has enough attention, which means shortcuts become necessary. And that's where opinion providers enter the picture. Not because they're evil, no. Not because they're secretly controlling everybody. Because they're useful. Instead of spending 3 hours researching a topic, you can watch a 3-minute explanation. Instead of reading 5 articles, you can watch one creator summarize everything for you. Instead of doing the work yourself, someone else does it for you. And that's convenient. The problem is that eventually you stop noticing the difference between understanding something and inheriting something from someone else's understanding. You stop forming your own opinions. You start selecting opinions. And I think that's why people argue differently now. Not necessarily more, differently. Yeah. Years ago, disagreements often came from, different experiences. Today, disagreements often come from different information ecosystems, different feeds, different creators, different communities, different algorithms. Two people can look at the same exact event and honestly believe they're looking at a completely different reality. Because many ways they are. They're seeing different interpretations delivered by different systems. And those systems aren't designed to answer one question, they're designed to answer another. The algorithm doesn't ask the question, the algorithm asks what will keep your attention. What's a very different goal? And once you understand that, a lot of modern life starts to make more sense because attention has become one of the most valuable resources in the world. The longer you stay engaged, the more valuable you become, which means the strongest opinions often spread faster than the most thoughtful ones. The most emotional reactions often travel further than the most balanced ones. The loudest voices often reach more people than the most careful voices. And after enough exposure to it, it becomes easy to mistake repetition for truth. But the most surprising effect of all isn't misinformation. It's uncertainty, and more specifically, our inability to tolerate it. Today, people feel pressure to have an opinion immediately. A story breaks. What's your take? And if it happens, which side are you on? A controversy appears. What do you think? And you don't know yet. That almost feels unacceptable. But maybe it shouldn't. Maybe one of the healthiest responses left simply should be, I don't know. Maybe it's okay to say, I need more information. Maybe it's okay to admit, I haven't thought about it enough yet. The answers have become strangely rare, I know. Not because they're wrong, because they're slow. And modern life rewards speed. But some things probably shouldn't be fast. Some questions deserve time. Some ideas deserve reflection. Some opinions deserve to be earned. I don't think people are less intelligent. No. I don't think we've lost the ability to think for ourselves either. I think we're drowning in interpretation. We're surrounded by people whose job is to explain the world. And eventually, if you're not careful, you stop exploring the world yourself. Like that. You start perceiving it. One creator, one commenter, one community, one algorithm. And maybe that's the real challenge of the modern age. Not finding information, finding enough silence to think before someone else does it for you. Because the ability to form your own opinion may become one of the most valuable skills left. And the strange thing is, most of us don't even realize we're losing that until it's already gone. See you tomorrow, guys.